Neuroscience has already decided something about you, not based on your talent, not based on your intelligence, but based on what you repeat every day. Brain scans reveal a disturbing pattern. Most people don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because their brain is wired to keep them average. And unless you understand how this wiring works, you'll unknowingly fight yourself for the rest of your life. Today, I'll show you what neuroscience discovered about the human brain and why only a small percentage ever break free. Your brain is a survival machine, not a success machine. Let's start with a fact neuroscience agrees on. Your brain's first job is survival, not achievement. For most of human history, survival meant avoiding danger, conserving energy, and sticking to what's familiar. The modern world changed, but your brain didn't. The amygdala, the brain's fear center, is constantly scanning for threats. And here's the problem. Your brain treats uncertainty, failure, and change as threats, even when they're necessary for growth. Research from neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux shows that the amygdala reacts faster than rational thought. This means fear kicks in before logic has a chance to speak. So when you think about starting a business, learning a new skill, changing your routine, putting yourself out there, your brain doesn't ask, will this help me grow? It asks, is this risky? And when the answer is yes, it shuts you down. That's why most people choose average. It feels safe. The brain loves familiar pain over unfamiliar growth. Here's something shocking neuroscience discovered. The brain prefers familiar pain over unfamiliar improvement. Studies using fMRI scans show that when people face change, even positive change, the brain activates stress responses similar to physical danger. That means staying in a job you hate feels safer than starting over. Staying unhealthy feels safer than changing habits. Staying average feels safer than risking failure. This is why motivation alone doesn't work. Your brain literally resists growth unless it's trained otherwise. And this resistance is strongest in people who never escape average. Dopamine is destroying long-term success. Now let's talk about dopamine, the motivation chemical everyone misunderstands. Dopamine is not a reward chemical. It's an anticipation chemical. Neuroscience research from Stanford shows dopamine spikes when the brain expects quick rewards, not long-term effort. Social media, junk food, Netflix, easy entertainment. These flood the brain with dopamine without effort. Over time, this rewires motivation. The brain starts avoiding deep work, delayed gratification, difficult learning, long-term goals, because they feel boring compared to instant stimulation. Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because their brains are overstimulated and undertrained. Average becomes the default. Neuroplasticity, the escape route. Most people never use. Here's the good news. The truth most people never hear. Your brain can change. Neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity. It means your brain rewires itself based on what you do again and again. Thoughts, habits, daily actions, they all leave marks on the brain. Scientists studied London taxi drivers for years. These drivers had to memorize thousands of streets. Brain scans showed something amazing. The part of the brain linked to memory and learning grew larger, not because they were smarter, but because they practiced hard things every day. Your brain works the same way. When you repeat easy habits, the brain strengthens easy paths. When you repeat hard habits, the brain strengthens strong paths. Most people never escape average because they never stress the brain in the right way. They stay comfortable. They avoid challenge. They repeat the same days. So the brain stays the same. No growth, no upgrade. But when you do hard things on purpose, even small hard things, the brain adapts. Slowly, quietly, powerfully. This is how people escape average. Not with motivation, not with talent, but with repetition. What you practice becomes who you are.